What's happening, YouTube family out there? What's happening? Look, little story right fast. My encounter with Garelle Smith, aka Jigga. I was in that can, and I was in that can, and he came on the tip. He come up there, I ain't know who he was. Little short, small little guy, 5'4". I ain't know who he was. He looked at, he ain't looked at like no dope fiend or no crackhead or nothing. But he had the little twisters in his head about that high. And how you are when you run in the street, and then when people go to jail, they get out there have a little weight on them. But I was hooking up a holy moly, a brownie. They come if you get a pack of cookies with 2 rolls, the little short pack, the little black and white pack is about that big. When you take all the cookies out and all that, you make all your stuff. You're gonna have a brownie on one side, brownie on the other side. The cream off the cookies, put a little bit of dab of milk in there and you stir it up in the, no, I'm lying, a little hot water. Stir that up, and that's the icing that you put on top of the brownie. So I was hooking one of them up one day. When he come in there, little dude I be running it where he went straight to him, so they was cool. He looked at a little hungry. When you running the street, nigga come in jail look like they been running. You ain't got to be on no drugs and all that shit. But he looked like he was running. He looked a little hungry, So I was like, I asked his partner, I forgot that boy's name, man. I forgot his name. But I asked him first, I was like, bro, you want a piece of this here? He was like, yeah, nah, give me a little piece. I said, all right. I said, ask your little homeboy, do you want a piece? He said, yeah, I'll take a piece, bro. I said, all right. I finished it up. So like I said, you got one side, you got the other side. So I cut one side in half, and they thick. I cut one side in half and gave the dude one, and I gave Jigga one. He come tell me, man, when I make commissary, man, you'll make me one of them, and blah, blah, blah. And then I said, yeah, I'll hook you up, little brother. Little bitty little dudes, about 5'4", 5'3" or something. He was shorter than me, and I'm 5'5". So I said, yeah, I'll hook you up. So, by that next day, then I went to seeing ninjas in their shoeing. And I'm like, what all this, what's going on around here? And then come tell me, man, that's the dude who, I'm saying allegedly, that's the dude who allegedly killed Soulja Slim, huh? So I'm like, what? He like, yeah. I said, that little bitty dude? He was like, yeah. I said, oh, all right. So everybody acting weird, like they scared. They act like he had a gun in there, man. They act like that little dude had a gun with him just because of what he did to Slim. They was in fear for their life. But anyway, we running, blah, 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 blah. I found out. So, commissary day comes, so he had been in there probably about 4 or 5 days. He was in there about a week, but he made commissary. I remember the day he got in there, he filled the sheet out. Because we had commissary that day, he filled the sheet out. So by the time commissary come again, he had a big old bag come up in that thing. Big bag, deodorant, cookies, a nigga, everything. Cigarettes, That when you were getting cigarettes back then in Paris. So soon as they gave him his bag and he went to go to sit down to open it, they called his name to roll out. And he looked straight at me and said, whoa. He said, here. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, it's you. He said, I appreciate you, bro. So he said, look out for my dog. I said, I got him. Just like, I don't know what, I'm just a likable ninja, just F with me like that there. So I broke it pot and all, gave him a deodorant, some chips, couple of packs of them buglers, you dig? I kept the rest of the stuff, you dig? But he rolled out that thing. So, what year that was in? I was in there for a shoot. I had hit somebody up. Dude tried to stab me right there on Tulane and Johnson. On Tulane, nigga. Yeah. But anyway, I forgot. That's what I was in there for. So he all right, fast forward. I moved to Atlanta. I had moved to Atlanta. And I was, man, where my shit at, man? Damn. Where this came? I moved to Atlanta, and I was on the phone with my cousin. He was on Elysian. If you're from New Orleans, you know what it is yet. He was on Elysian Field right there by 610. If you know, they got one of them big gas stations right there, to sell chicken in there and shit. All that bullshit they sell up in the little Arab store. It's a big gas station, but they sell a chicken all night and shit. My cousin pull up right there. So he walking to go in the store. He stopped. He was like, what's happening, man? So he said, bruh, he said, guess who this is, man? I said, who? He said, Jigga. I was like, yeah. He said, yeah. I said, put him on the phone. He gets on the phone. I'm like, man, what's happening? He was like, who this is? I told him who I was. He was like, I said, he was like, I don't know you. I said, remember you came in the can and I was making that brownie and you left me your whole commissary bag? He was like, yeah, man. He said, what's happening? What's happening, little brother? I said, I'm coolin', man. We chopped it up for about 2 minutes. He gave my cousin back the phone because he said he was moving fast. And that was, that was that. That was that. Bro, they had people like they had them people in the can act like that boy had one of them things on him. Like, I'm like, boy, they were whispering and scared. Now, he was in there for trespassing. I remember the charge he was on. He was in there for trespassing in the St. Bernard Project. I was in there for hitting somebody, but I made bond on that day, so I had a misdemeanor charge. So that's why they had me on a misdemeanor tip. I had a misdemeanor warrant on me. So that's why they put me on a misdemeanor tip. They couldn't put me on a tip in the old parish. We was in Templeman. They couldn't put me in the old parish because I had made bond on that charge. But I had a warrant out on me for Mad Max. Y'all know who Mad Max is if you from that city. Mad Max had a personal warrant on me. When I made bond and was about to get out, the lady behind the counter said, oh, you can't go nowhere. I'm like, why? I made bond. The bondsman was with me. She said, because I turned myself in for the charge and I went in there with the bondsman. She said, Bruce McConduct, a.k.a. Mad Max. She said he have a personal warrant on you. She said it was personal. So I said, damn. I said, all right. I told Obama. He said, look, I know him. I'm going to go talk to him. I said, all right. I talks to I called Obama the next time, like, man, you know, that evening, what happened? He said, he ain't letting you out, man. He said, he ain't letting you out of there. You know, he said, it's personal. Say, all right. I went to court. That crackhead gave me 5 months. He gave me 120 days, man. Yeah. I'm like, you crackhead bastard. But it's all good. But that's why I was on a misdemeanor tip. Cause I ain't be going to, I don't go to misdemeanor tips. I was on that because I had a misdemeanor warrant for domestic violence and terroristic threats. So I had that warrant on me, cause when I hit the throat up, they was looking for me to come to the house. I'm hiding. All right, they left their card, detectives left their card. Next day, I go to the fireman. I say, look, man, if I pay you this bond, can you get me out? He said, I will come with you over there to Central Lockup and walk with you through there. Yeah. I said, all right, gave him that money. Bam. Mad Max had a, man, I don't even want to talk about that judge, man. Can't stand that boy. But anyway, that was my encounters with old Garelle Smith. I know people say his name Jarrell, but in there they call him Garelle, because it's spelled Garrel. Yeah, let me see. Yes, how you spell Garelle? It's G-A. Hold on. It's Garelle. So G-A is not J. That's G. His name is Garelle Smith. And he ain't say, hey, my name's Jarrell. Nah, his name is Garelle Smith. I was in the cam, I know. He left me his commissary. But yeah, that's my encounters with old Jigga, man. You know, rest in peace, Jigga. And rest in peace, Soulja Slim, man. A real one, man. A real Soulja. Soulja Slim, Magnolia Slim. Yeah, that address was 2904 Washington Avenue. I stayed in that corner building, Washington and Willow. Next door to Chad and Sheldon them. Charlie, I don't know if y'all know Charlie. If you've been from out the north, you'll know Charlie. His mama was a, I'm not gonna say nothing because Miss Vivian dead now. Rest in peace, Miss Vivian. But his that's who stayed on under us. We stayed on the 3rd floor in the Magnolia. My mama was married to Chad and them uncle. That's another story. That's with Pop and Terrell and that man there who was married to my mama. That's a hell of a story right there, man. That's a hell of, it's some gangster shit going on in that there. But that was my run-in with Garelle Smith, man, aka Jigga. Yeah, that's how that went down, you dig? Yeah, man, like I see, when they found out who he was, them boys was acting like that boy had a gun up in there, man. They were shoo-shooing like some real itches. they were shoo-shooing in there. Everybody, 2 over there talking, 3 over there talking, 2 right there, 4 of them. But yeah, I'm like, what's going on up in here? Yeah, I hadn't fed him the day before. This the next day. Oh, that the dude who killed Soulja Slim, man. I was like, that little dude right there. Yeah, man. I said, damn, that dude cool. He quiet. He wasn't no, he ain't come up in there acting bad. Them boy was scared though, man. Yeah, in that thing, man. So that's my encounter. Man, I was out here, man. I'm telling you. That's my encounter with Garelle Smith, aka Jigga. Salute. Go subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. You can share it and comment. Leave a comment. It could be a good comment or a bad one. My feelings is bulletproof. So I'm not gonna take nothing personal. You might take it personal by saying what you're gonna say. It's all good though. You know, if you feel like that's what you want to do, you do it, man. I ain't tripping on that. You dig? If you don't like me, tell me in the comment. That's all you gotta do. But salute, man. Y'all peace, man. Real talk.